Hey everyone, how are you this week?
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, are we ready to tackle water?
Yes, we're ready to tackle water. I love water.
Of course, we're talking about the personality or constitutional aspect of that the Chinese call water personality, or
Right.
water energy, and it obviously connects with kidneys and bladder
Kidneys and bladder, yeah.
and lymphatics also too.
Lymphatics.
But kidney and bladder for sure. And of course, the Chinese feel like there's excess water, and there's certain symptoms or conditions that indicate you have too much water, or there are conditions that tell you you have too little water.
Right.
You're dehydrated, in other words.
Right.
We would say.
Right.
I don't know if they call it dehydrated or not, but that was how it would compute in our minds.
Right, or dry maybe.
Dry, yeah, dry skin. Yeah, dry.
So,
All right, so
we have a couple of products today. We had Kidney Activator, which is actually, it's for the excessive qi or water energy in the body. And it says that it helps to eliminate moisture. So,
okay, and here's what a water personality would be. They would kind of go with the flow. You know, people who nothing really ruffles their feathers. They just kind of float along gently down the stream.
Yes, gently down the stream.
Until there's some episode that they can't take anymore.
Right.
They can't handle whatever has been going on in their life for so long that they have just been accepting. And when that happens, oh my goodness, run for cover.
Run for cover.
Because it's like a flood.
Yes.
It's like, the raging flood. I mean, we had floods this year, and you saw what out of control water can do.
Oh yes, water is very powerful in it. Yes.
All right, so these water people who have just been passive and just floating along aimlessly or whatever, taking things as they come, all of a sudden they are mad and they're not having any of this that's going on, and they become raging.
Raging.
Like the flood.
Like the flood.
And then however long that goes on, I mean, it's just however long it takes for them to resolve within themselves what's been happening.
Right.
And then the waters start to ebb, and then all of the flood waters go back into the little stream.
Yes.
And they just float along.
Float along again. Until the next big
until the next major flood.
Until the next major flood.
So these things are so interesting when you actually look at people and you can see this kind of stuff in their personalities.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
And another thing that water people are described as is wishy-washy.
Right.
Can't make up their minds.
Right.
Just, oh, that looks good. No, wait a minute, that looks good.
Right.
So
they're too fluid. They can, go either way.
Right. Can't be contained.
Right. So interesting.
And one of the things that water people have as far as emotion, it's the dominant emotion is fear.
It's fear.
Like we say, oh my goodness, I was so scared I almost peed my pants.
Right.
Because fear affects the kidneys.
Oh yeah. The kidneys are, they have the adrenals, and the adrenals are associated with, it's our fight or flight response.
Exactly.
So, there's where the fear comes in. So,
right.
Most definitely.
Like wood was anger. Earth was mothering. Or smothering if you're out of balance.
Right. So, and the wood is the fire, the heart associated.
The fire, yes. The fire is the heart.
Or excuse me, yes.
The fire people are like gung-ho all the time.
Tongue confused.
Gung-ho all the time.
Yes.
Let's have a party. And then they burn out and have to crash for a while.
Yes.
Just like the water people kind of float along until they can't take it anymore, and then they become like a raging flood.
There you go. Yes.
The wood people can,
are very
rigid,
rigid.
and if they get too out of balance, they can break too.
Yes.
So
yeah.
it's so interesting the way the Chinese have described all of this.
It is very much so. It's a lot of learning to do. So,
and as we've said, Chinese herbs with Nature Sunshine are amazing.
They are. Yeah, I've been on quite a few of them, throughout my lifetime. So,
all right. Well, here's some symptoms of excess water, which is
the kidney activator.
Kidney activator. And don't use this if you have dry or deficient water or you're inflamed. You don't use that one.
Right.
So here's what you would use when you would use this one. If there's scanty or clear urine, edema, or water retention, we all get that one. That's a Western concept.
Right.
Heavy or sluggish feeling late in the afternoon, backache, of course, right at your waist generally, because that's where your kidneys are.
Right.
Leg, neck, or shoulder pain.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it affects the kidneys or affect your whole structural system.
Yeah. Well, it says it's associated with the bones. It helps all the electrolytes you take in and everything. They help put that into the bones.
Right.
Assimilate, whatever the word that is. But yeah.
And here's some more prostate problems for men, PMS with fluid retention for women, burning urination or bladder infections, which those go along together, the burning with the infection. And this is an interesting one that Western people have a hard time with. Damp tongue with white moist coating. The Chinese are big on looking at the tongue. They actually have maps that show what each part of the tongue corresponds to.
Right. I know I went to an acupuncturist once and she looked at my tongue and I'm like, okay, that's weird.
And then also, again, teeth marks on the edges of the tongue, which I'm sure that would indicate you are too dry or too much, yes. Yeah. And then wishy-washy, timid and fearful. Those are the personality things.
I know I'm more timid than other people, and timid and fearful. That's something I've been dealing with this past few weeks is my fear in general. So yeah.
So your water element
has been off probably my entire life.
So we need to work on your water element.
Yes, exactly.
And there's flowers that will do that.
Yes.
And flower essences, we talked about those a few weeks ago.
Right. About
the importance of how emotions affect your health.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Your physical health.
Yes, most definitely.
And then uncertain and indecisive. So
yes.
Wishy-washy, timid and fearful, uncertain and indecisive. If you have any of those characteristics in your life, or when those elements or when those personality traits surface, then it's your water element you need to work on.
Right.
Okay, so we have excess water with kidney activator. We have deficient water.
And this is KBC.
KBC. And you would think that would be kidney bladder, but it's not. It's kidney bone.
Yes.
Because like you said, the elements of your minerals have to affect your structural system.
Yes.
And your kidneys affect that mineral balance.
Oh yes, most definitely.
And this has actually been called a chiropractor in a bottle.
Really?
Don't tell Chris.
Don't tell
Dr. Chris. A chiropractor in a bottle.
Very cool.
Okay, so if your spine is misaligned and your chiropractic adjustments don't hold, then you might give a try for KBC.
KBC, yeah.
Because nothing's worse than you get adjusted and everything feels good, then you walk out the door, get in your car, and
everything goes back where it was.
Right. So it's probably your kidneys that need some support.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Frequent urgent urination. That sounds like bladder infection also. Weak and brittle bones. Osteoporosis, Stephen. Impotence for men. Loss of sexual desire in women. Dribbling following urination. Boy, these are kind of descriptive, aren't they?
Yes.
Lower back pain, which is down
the
in
lumbar.
prostate problems, PMS with fluid retention for women. That's kind of the same we had with excess water. Ringing in the ears. How many people are plagued with ringing in the ears?
Oh, yeah, with the tinnitus, most definitely.
And it's totally annoying.
Yes, it is.
But who knew that the ears were related to the kidneys?
Right. Well, the fluid balance. Yeah. So most definitely, because I have the Meniere's, and that's a fluid imbalance. So there's too much fluid in my ear.
But people in the Western world never even consider that the kidneys might be affecting your ears.
Right. Truth.
Oh, and this is a good one. This could save on hair dye sales. Graying of the hair.
Graying of the hair.
Weakness of knees or ankles. And here we go with the tongue diagnosis. Pale tongue. Tendency to be dry. So you might look at your tongue and just see what it looks like. And if there's changes in your tongue, something's going on in your body.
Yeah, if you have a dry tongue, then something's going on. Or if you have a tongue that's got all your teeth marks on it, like you've been chewing on it. You got stuff going on too that way.
Okay, now here's the personality things. Hardened, inflexible attitudes. And that's almost like a wood element.
Yeah, most definitely.
Fear of change, difficulty of adapting, and rigid and inflexible thinking patterns. So that's water that's just stagnated.
Yeah.
You know, like you see the pools with where nothing's happening and the insects are moving in and it's turning green.
Yes.
You don't want to be like that.
No, you don't want to be the slough.
All right. Well, that's the water. Next week it's metal. That's the last element. We do have some others that we could talk about for helping chi, which chi is the energy that flows throughout your body.
So, all right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's video teaching on the water element. I'm like, okay.
All right, what's wrong with your tongue?
Yeah, it's all right. I'm still trying to wake up.
Anyway, we love Chinese herbs, and thank you guys for watching. And just if we can help you, if you have anything that you'd like to work on, give us a call, come in and see us. Write messages on Facebook, whatever. There's all kinds of ways to get a hold of us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We hope you have a great week. Thanks.
Thanks.